So we tried to create a design that built into it quietude. So it wasn't just about throngs of people making noise. It slows you down. It gets you to stop and look around and appreciate where you are, which is a unique place on Earth.
Extraordinarily gorgeous grasslands in the Badlands. It's designed by Snøhetta, a world-famous architect, both American and Norwegian, and they have designed a beautiful building that almost gracefully disappears into the landscape. Sustainability in the 2020s is what conservation was in the 1920s. It's how are we going to live with one another and with the land, the air, and all the parts of the earth on which we rely harmoniously and successfully.
We have mass timber inside the building, we have rammed earth inside the building, and we have a green roof. This project goes beyond many sustainability features.
Can we use wood without painting it? Can we use metals in their raw form, the corten on the roof? We like that aesthetic. It's also a great material when you're able to reuse anything that has a great carbon story to it.
I suppose the most dramatic thing will probably be the rammed earth walls that are inside the lobby that are built of soil taken from the area nearby the library. And they're layered on top of each other in a carefully curated series of layers.
The rammed earth is not only beautiful, but it's meant to absorb heat at night and release it throughout the day during the winter time, and also pre-cool at night and help cool the building during the day.
We're building a living building challenge building, which is beyond LEED Platinum. It's zero water, zero energy, zero emissions, zero waste. There are only 35 of them in the world upon our opening. Nothing that has achieved the Living Building Challenge is anywhere near the size of a 100,000 square foot building with 32,000 square feet of exhibits, an auditorium and classrooms on 93 acres of land. It is an enormous and ambitious achievement in sustainability.
The library is going to work with the land on a day-to-day basis by using the resources that we have and ensuring that we're returning those resources to the natural form. So for example, we're going to capture water, we're going to reuse water, and we're going to track that water from its origin all the way back to the aquifer that we drew it from. The flow rate for our building is 7 gallons per minute, when the average home is somewhere between 25 and 28 gallons per minute for flow of water. Knowing that we have opted to reuse some of our water, so we have a wastewater treatment plant on site.
Energy efficiency and renewable energy are really two of the big parts of the project. Energy efficiency is baked into a lot of the design that you will see, so everything from a really heavy insulation on the walls and the roof, including a green roof with soil that helps to really hold in heat and temperature, glazing that has triple glazing to reduce sort of the energy loads inherent from solar radiation and things like that, as well as the production systems that we have.
Our principal approach to sustainability is that the first thing that you do is reduce how much you're using as much as possible before you worry about generating new electricity. So not using it in the first place is the best. So we employed technologies like LED lighting, energy efficient systems to lessen the burden on the solar arrays and the different equipment that's needed to offset the energy use throughout the year.
This project, Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library, has a geothermal well system, reducing the overall energy use. It has in-floor radiant heating and an energy recovery system, which helps also reduce the energy load. We are going to provide on-site photovoltaic power which not only is going to supply renewable power, but it's also shading some of our spaces.
The building has an incredible standard for being completely self-sufficient energy-wise, and that also impacted how we can think about lighting to reduce energy use, or interactive pieces where, for example, projectors dim when there are no visitors in the gallery, and they only come to life when there is a true need for that energy output that the projectors do.
The energy pedal is one of the hardest ones to deal with as someone working in technology. We have a lot of power-hungry systems. We have graphical processing units and AI servers that will need to be running on site. And so we made sure that the equipment that we're using is very energy efficient and that the power consumption is kept to a minimum as much as possible so that we can leverage the solar, the photovoltaics, and all the renewables that we're planning to use.
We incorporated a lot of low energy strategies like radiant slabs, chilled beams, things like that, basically trying to move as little air as possible but still keep the building comfortable.
We went through in great detail and made sure that everything from adhesives to paper use and ultimately to energy use and to heating use allowed us to live within the boundaries of a sustainable building. It really helps to honor Theodore Roosevelt's legacy. He himself, of course, famously said, "Do what you can with what you have, where you are." And that's exactly what we did.